The Hillsboro Hawks football team finished in a three-way tie for the conference title last year and ended their season in the district championship game. They may be even better this year. Head coach Lee Freeman says they return a strong group.
We've got a pretty senior-laden team right now, which is, any coach would be lucky to have them. Any kind of seniors anywhere, anytime is a good thing. So we do have plenty of those guys, and they're stepping up. And a lot of those guys have played for us for a couple of years now. So we call them the wily veterans.
On the offensive line, the Hawks returned 4 starters from the team last year. Senior lineman Cameron Ganger says they're going into this season better than they did last summer.
Me and the other returning starters were more experienced than we were last year, and at this time we're a lot better than we were at this time last year. At this time last year we couldn't run a play, and now we're running offense like it's no one's business.
With that strong offensive line, Hillsboro will put them to work with a heavy run game, one of Coach Freeman's keys.
I do like to run the ball. I think that's kind of the philosophy of our team. I think the kids like that too. It's kind of what we teach them as far as our mentality is concerned, and we like to be a little bit of a, if we can get that blue-collar work ethic out of our run game, that's kind of what we like to focus on.
Last season, the Hawks ran for over 5,000 yards as a team. Chris Walsh and Trey Terry return as running backs this season, who combined for over 2,800 yards and 34 touchdowns in 2013. When they aren't running, they'll rely on the arm of new junior quarterback Sam Mock. Mock was the backup last year. Last season's quarterback moved out of the district. One of their biggest losses is the graduation of Jacob Kellum. He was a 1,000-yard rusher and captain of the defense as a linebacker. Defensively, they try to keep things simple this season.
We consider ourselves a multiple front defense. We'll be in a 4-man front. We may get into an odd front. Kind of just depends on what we need to do as far as game plan situations, kind of what we're seeing from an offense and things like that. But we want to try to keep it as simple as we can, be able to adjust out of a few different fronts, a few different coverages as far as our kids are concerned.
The big change for the Hillsboro football team is the departure of head coach Brian Robbins and the hiring of their new head coach Lee Freeman. Freeman was an inside hire and has been with the team as an assistant for many years, as well as playing for the Hawks in high school. Freeman says he's tried to keep things the same.
I tried not to change a whole lot as far as philosophies are concerned. I didn't think that would be what was best for this team right now to do that, so I figured I'd just change one guy and not change 40 guys. So a lot of the things we're doing are very similar, but as far as offense and defensive philosophy and scheme is concerned, it's going to be majority the same thing.
Freeman says that the biggest adjustment for him has been the communication involved.
The question and answer sessions sometimes with all people, not just the kids, but the parents, and communicating with parents and making sure everybody knows where they're supposed to be and when they're supposed to be there, and make sure we get our kids to the right spot so they can be prepared. I think that's the biggest thing.
With all the returners and the talent that this team may have, Coach Freeman has his sights on big success.
My expectations are extremely high. I say that being humble, but there's always teams out there that are better than you and that can do things a little bit more effectively than you can. But as far as these guys are concerned, and having a team with a lot of leaders on it and some guys with a lot of experience, I think their expectations are high also, so that helps.
Hillsboro opens the season at home against St. Louis University High School. Reporting for Regional Radio Sports, I'm Tommy Self.